Howdy guys, how are you? Quite a day. So, recap real quick of where we are. We are essentially continuing on with Akana through the Southern Barrens. If you remember last part, we went through start of the Southern Barrens. We went to the Dark Moon Fair, and we did some dungeons. This time, excuse me, we are going to continue through the Southern Barrens and do some more dungeons. I have to confess, I have sinned, and that is because I kind of really wanted to play the character, but I didn't want to wait to stream. So, I decided to play some, and I was like, I'll run a dungeon or whatever. I only did like one quest, and I queued for Dire Mall, the first hallway, Warpwood Quarter. And if you remember me discussing this before, I mentioned how Dire Mall is one of those things where it's just overly complicated than it needs to be because people don't know where they're going or what they're doing, or there's just so much that can go wrong. Well, that happened. So, you know, the tank was... He was trying. He really was. But we got to a certain point where you're cutting through the hallway right before the last boss, and there was a lot that went wrong there. And so that was a thing in and of itself. Right. So then we died so many times. We finally get to the last boss. We're waiting on somebody else who messed up. And then we're at the last boss. And everybody just jumped ship. And I'm like, that was like 20 some minutes. And I'm like, maybe even longer. And I'm like, wasted. So, got all but the 2 quests at the end completed, right? And because it's not the last boss, you don't completion for the dungeon completing. So that was annoying, because I was really hoping not to have to go all the way through that madness again. Because the group was really effective. It's just at the end, it's just, I don't know. It was effective. But that's what I get for cutting all of you out of a experiential journey, right? I'm glad you didn't have to sit there with me for, I think, 20 minutes where I just waited to see if a tank would spawn. So, you know, kudos to you, not have to suffer through that with me. But I feel like this happened because I didn't include you guys on the journey. So, lesson learned. But yeah, so basically we're going to kind of go through and we're just going to keep going. We're going to queue for some more dungeons. We still have our list to go through. I've got my caffeine, right, and my water for afterwards, because it's important to stay hydrated, and energy drinks and soda can dehydrate you. So I've got my 1 caffeine energy drink, and I've got my water afterwards. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of hit the ground running, and see what happens. Yeah, I know there's supposed to be... I thought I was going to end up doing a YouTube video, but I really decided instead I wanted to stream because it's just more fun. I enjoy the streaming right now, and especially because I really wanted to play WoW. It's something that I really enjoy. So anyway. So yeah, I think we'll hit the ground running and we'll immediately queue for some dungeons, and we'll just start going through the Southern Barrens. Like we said last time, so, or a couple parts ago, I don't remember. This is part 5 of her journey, I think, part 4 or 5. And, we were talking about maybe going to Draenor or Outland or something along those lines. And, well, that didn't happen. Because I realized we're level 23, and yeah, we're level 23. At level 30, Aldum opens up, which is where, you know, way back in the beginning, I was like, I wanted to go to Aldum and do archaeology, but then I realized you actually have to level archaeology, because archaeology and fishing do not work like the other professions like cooking and the main professions where they're broken up by expansion. So if I want to do archaeology or fishing, I have to level them up. Now fishing doesn't really matter, but archaeology I really wanted to do Tolvir fragments, right? Because there's a lot of cool artifact abilities, so we're going to do that. So at level 30, if we get through the Southern Barrens before level 30, we're going to do archaeology to make up the gap, right? And we're going to keep doing dungeons. But as soon as we hit 30, we're obviously going to finish the Barrens no matter what. Then we're going to go to Uldum at level 30. I'm pretty sure Uldum, along with the dungeons, is going to get us to basically 50. And then we'll start Shadowlands. And of course, we're going to go Venthyr at the end of that and see where that gets us. So anyway, yeah, let's hit the ground running. Get some things get a little readjusted here. Sorry. Let's pull out Snowfang, so we got our pet. We'll mount Fang here. Excuse me. So, yeah. Alright, let's go to our group finder. We'll hit find group. Let me type something in real quick. Get some things going. Great. Aha. Who's not? No. We'll see how that goes. Alright, we're queued. Okay, cool. How long of a queue are we looking at here? About 9 minutes, so not bad. So, alright, so the first thing we're going to do... We could do the Theramore merit badges, but we'll actually get the merit badges just by, going through and doing it, whatever it is that we want to do. So... We'll start hitting up. We'll take this point. We'll get the merit badges. I think we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, let's, everybody looks like he's struggling here. Let's help him out. See? Saved a life. Saved your life. Let's take this down just a bit so as not to override kind of what we're doing. So anyway, yeah. Alright, let's take this point. Filthy Alliance all across the way. Yeah. How's everybody else's day going? How y'all doing? I'm doing pretty good myself. Pretty good. It snowed. I think I mentioned that a couple parts ago. I was like, oh, it's supposed to snow. And I was like, well, it might. It did. And I ended up being kept from going to work because of it. Because, yeah, it was quite interesting. Where I live in my apartment complex, they don't snow. They don't snow. They don't ice. They don't salt. Ice? They don't salt. And they don't plow, and they don't do any of that stuff, and nobody does. And we live on a hill, so it's basically like if it snows more than an inch, you're not getting out. Like nobody leaves the apartment complex because there's just no way to get out. I hate that popped. Like, are we close? Come on. We're gonna miss the queue because this thing's taking forever. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Why is it always the worst possible timing? I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna... Well, I'm sorry to you and the group that's probably waiting. Yep, my bad. Oh, I know. I don't want to do... Man, no. We want to do... this. Alright, we got that done. So we got the hill. So it's actually kind of a good thing that didn't happen. Oh, that's lions. Let's not walk into their den. Not that it's really a problem, but I don't feel like fighting 30 lions just to like get to a point. Right. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, I decided to do that. Don't worry, I'm working on kind of what I want to do for the YouTube videos as well. I've thought about doing Dead Island. I've thought about doing, let's see, it'd be a bonus of 4, but a loss of 11. I feel like I should keep, you know, we're going to take the shield and we're going to hold on to, I found this, we did get this drop, this Tiger's Mane dagger. It's nothing special, but back in Classic, I guess it was pretty good for leveling rogues, like, who are leveling their daggers, I guess, because it increases attack power by 1 against fighting beasts, which was specifically useful during vanilla, or during Stranglethorn Vale. Anyway, alright, so remember how I bought, hold on, let's turn in this quest and then I'll kind of go through this next part. Yep, alright. Oh, new shield. Okay, cool. That figures. Alright, is it only this one? Yeah, okay, so 4 sieges. So, if you remember, let's drink our potions so we keep making some time. So, you'll remember that I mentioned that when we bought the inky black potions here, that it makes it seem like nighttime, right? Like, it's well, okay, so yeah, it's basically nighttime, right? But it looks like afternoon, right? So, this potion actually makes it nighttime. Like, that is legitimately, and also I kind of like it because, you know, fire camps. Now, so back in alpha, right? Well, I don't really know if it was, I don't think it was so much got through development of alpha. I don't even know if it was there for it to be tested in alpha. I think it might have been gotten rid of before then. But back in alpha-ish time, it used to be that it used to get night like this, like actually dark, and actually in vanilla it kind of did too. But then there was, so this is how it used to look kind of in vanilla as well. But there became a complaint that there are players who only get to play at night, right? Like some of us, and I'm in that category of only getting to play at night for the most part, because, you know, we work, we have day jobs, or in my case, night jobs, so whatever the case may be. Or, let me rephrase that. There are some people who only can play at night, and some people who can only play in the day, and I guess I kind of get back and forth, so disregard my last comment. But, so the complaint was, oh, well, I can only play in the day, so I don't get to experience night or an afternoon, and people who played at night were like, I don't get to experience morning. And so they were like, well, let's compromise, and so they reduced nighttime to, wow, that was kind of cool. That did cause the crash lightning. They said, let's reduce the darkness to like make it look like mid-afternoon in the nights. That way you kind of got both, and that was kind of appease everybody, essentially appease everybody. So, but that became a complaint back in Legion that like, hey, we kind of miss nighttime. Like for those who really like it, like myself. You know, if I'm playing at night, I want to feel like I'm playing at night type thing. Not always, but for the most part. And so they introduced this potion. And so this is kind of what it does. And it makes the fires look bigger. But, like I was saying, sorry, got off on a tangent about 5 minutes ago. back in the alpha area, it would get night like this, and I believe it would do damage to you, right? Or it would cause some problems like visibility, like which would affect your spells, your abilities, things like that, because it's dark. So you used to have a torch, and I'm curious though, right? 71, 73. Well, it's not gonna be better than didn't want to do that. I think this is about to make us revered with Orgrimmar. Yeah, look at that. High five. We're revered with Orgrimmar. Pat yourselves on the back. We did it. Anyway, so you had to have this torch, and you had to take it and go to fire camps and relight it every so often. And yeah, I'll put them to rest. Don't worry, lady. I got him. My duty's a shaman. And so you'd have to relight them in order to give yourself some brightness, be able to see, not get negative effects, things of that nature. But it didn't make it out of that phase because people were like, they, I guess, didn't want to run around and do that. There was a lot more, if you notice, there's a lot more, and especially, you don't even have to have played vanilla. You can play classic right now. And you can tell, for those of you who have either played vanilla or picked up classic, right? You can tell that, about to be level 24? E. What do we get? Chain lightning. We'll actually leave that right there. You never know when you need that extra AoE boost. Also, this used to be a good questing hub back in before Cataclysm. This was a large questing hub. Taraho. Also, evidence of Alliance war crimes, just for the record. Now, Bane likes to say it was a legitimate target. Hardly a legitimate target, in my opinion. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But vanilla and classic have a lot more there's a lot more RP elements to the game in and of itself. There's a lot more. Ooh, hey, look at that. Get some nice new sandals. Do myself a favor. Like basically having to find between the games, like there was a whole lot more stuff going on, right? You had to find stuff. You had to. They didn't tell you exactly where anything was. Like, there's none of this. Like, you see the circles here and the arrows and all that stuff. Yeah, you didn't have that. You had to find it, or if you're playing classic right now, you know, you have to find it on your own, or use Wowhead, which back then was called ThoughtBot, and a different kind of thought than you're thinking of. Not the same thought, not the same THOT that we all know. But anyway, so yeah, much different time. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I think there's a lot of things that are streamlined, especially with... like, looking back on it, right, that was every new player's, right, up through Cataclysm. Well, things changed a little bit with Burning Crusade and Wrath, but for the most part, up through Cataclysm, it was the same, right? So, you know, new players got what new players got. That was all there was to it. But with today's setup, I would not recommend somebody's first time playing the game be classic, right? Classic is hard. Vanilla is hard, and anybody who says vanilla is not hard is somebody who played vanilla or, is just good at adapting, right? Like, but somebody who's new to this game, who might get easily frustrated with an MMO, who's never played one before, should not start with Classic. Classic is way more complex, right? And don't get me wrong, there might be people who like the complexity. But it's way more complex. It has a lot more issues, right? It's not as streamlined. And if you're like a solo person, it is not solo friendly. Classic was made for the group experience, not the solo experience. And that's kind of a big change WoW has had over the years, is that it's become oh yeah, wait, I'm supposed to talk to somebody, right? Yeah, we'll figure that out in a second. We're going to Zul'Farrak. Let me clean out my bags real quick for this experience. Mazoga. We'll have to see what we can get out of here, loot-wise. What are we looking at? Should probably go help. Let's try that chain lightning. Ooh, that's fresh. That's fresh. So we can get an axe, ripsaw. Not bad. A mace, the hand of Antul-Sul. Oh, I don't have it. Melee attacks have a chance to blast nearby enemies with thunder, dealing 30. Wow, that's kind of effective. I mean, it's not amazing, but, it's fun for me. Okay? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yeah. So, hopefully this goes well. This is one of those dungeons that can go really well or really bad. The big part, I'm going to bring up the map here. The hard part is not any of this, right? This part. Well, okay. This area is where it gets tricky. Because you have to go to a tower and freeze some people, then come down and fight some bosses. When that's done, those 4 people will walk down the staircase, and I'll reiterate this later. They will walk down the staircase and be like, kind of rude, and you can fight them. But you must talk to the goblin and have him blow open the door here, because if you start the fighting before he is sent off to blow the door even, he will not blow it up, and you will be locked out of the final boss, making the dungeon impossible to complete. But even once that's done, there's a lot of people who want to charge straight down this hallway and kill this guy. I suggest going down here and getting this boss, and then getting the main boss, or vice versa. But a lot of people will kill this boss, and they will completely ignore this quest. Where is it? Gazrilla, which should be this one, A Fool's Errand. There's 2 bosses right there, and they will ignore both of them. And then you're just like, well, that's a quest I can't get done. Which, for me, is a nice pair of pants. So, I'd kind of like to get those pairs of pants. That's just me. But it is what it is. Alright, 25. We're going to get another talent. So I already have those ready to go. So, something you should know if you're watching me, I am not a min-maxer. That should be obvious. I don't use add-ons. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't use add-ons. Like, I am 100% just, hey, look at that. I'm just going with what I got. I know a lot of people who do, and there's nothing wrong with doing it if you do. I don't raid the guild anymore. I just haven't, married, school, full-time job, going on 2 kids. I don't have the time or the luxury to raid with a guild much anymore right now at this stage in life, right? If I didn't have school and my job was not you know, a 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. job, it would be one thing. But anyway, that's beside the point. So I don't really have any of the ads. I would, if I did still raid with them, right, I would go back and download Deadly Boss Mode, or Deadly Boss Mode? BBM, I believe, and some timers and stuff like that. But since I don't, and the only type of raiding we will be doing is LFR, and you can throw all you want at me in chat and whatnot, and comments and messages, but I don't do those others because I don't have the time. Now, granted, somebody's like, well, isn't it much more effective to have a really good group go through normal? Yes, but yeah, you gotta have the group, you gotta hit the time, and I just don't have the time to wait and do things, and I'd rather just get it done. Right? So, it is what it is. So yeah. But yeah, I am looking forward to seeing Castle Nathria, though. That will be... I'm really excited to see that. That's gonna be fun, I think. Hopefully, if we're lucky, right? And I think, yes, it does drop on Raid Finder, so I do remember that. But hopefully, we will get to see, what's the word I'm looking for? Hopefully, we will get to see... Ooh, are these better gloves? Ooh. I'm sorry, hold on. Is that Sparkle Shell? Sparkle Shell. Okay, I wanted to look into that for a second. Sparkle. That has to narrow it down. Sparkle Shell. Sparkle Shell boots. Sparkle Shell belt. I just want to be curious because I picked up these pants and the gloves in the run I was doing in Dire Mall, and I was like, I wonder, is there like an entire set? I don't know if there's gonna be shoulders. Oh, but is there a helmet? Oh my gosh, there's a whole set! Wow! And there's a cloak that goes with it? Well, dang, Gina. I mean, people probably already know this does, but that fascinates me. Oh. I mean, it's not a great looking set. I'm not saying it looks, you know, it's not the bee's knees, but I'm just saying that this is kind of cool. I didn't know there was a whole thing. It wasn't until I put two and two together that I realized that. But anyway, back to what I was saying about Castle Nathria. I'm hoping we get Remornia to drop from us, which is Will of Remornia. It's this thing, yeah. So basically like a floating sword. It basically contains it's a sentient sword that now also contains someone's spirit. Not gonna spoil that in case you don't know. I don't wanna, no spoilers. I told you guys I wouldn't spoil current expansion stuff, which is, that may not last. I'm just saying, because there's a lot of stuff I'm gonna want to talk about. So yeah, I guess I'll just kind of, so okay, spoiler alert of about 15 seconds, right? You want something to skip ahead 15 seconds. The sword contains Sire Denathrius' soul, per the end of Castle Nathria, where he is sucked into the blade, or the blade absorbs his soul so it's not destroyed type thing. There you go. In spoilers. So yeah. Anywho, so yeah, I'm really hoping that pet drops for us. It's a rare drop from my understanding, as are most things, but you know, it's It's not tradable, so it's not like we can go to the auction house and buy it. And even if we could go to the auction house and buy it, it would probably be like 1,000,000 gold. I'm not even kidding. It'd be, people would charge. Have you seen? Okay, I don't know how many, like, if any of my viewers were around. Oh, need to get moving before that. Oh, I hope he doesn't hit those tendrils. If he hits those tendrils, we're in danger. Yep, we're in danger. Oh, get moving. So, on the 10th anniversary of WoW, this would have been basically Christmas time, December 2014, like November, December. The 10th anniversary was, they brought back a special Molten Core raid finder thing, and you could run the original Molten Core. It was a 40-man, so you had to get 40 people, so it basically recreated that. And you basically ran, now of course there were a lot of mechanics to cut out, like needing the water and so it wasn't a complete recreation. But at the end of that, you got a couple things. You got some, you got this. Hate Spark the Tiny. That thing sells for a good chunk of money still. Like now I say chunk of money because it's expensive to me, but it's like 80,000 gold. Some service it's like 40, sometimes it's 80. It just depends. It's an expensive mount or pet. And then you also got this a full-size core hound, which you got for completing Molten Core. So the other one was a drop, but this one you got for just completing it. Boldly you sought the power of Ragnar's if it was a feat of strength. So, and it had such a large hit with people, like it was so popular, that they then came back with, in Legion, blacksmiths could then build this, which is the fell version of the Core Hound. So, yeah. When that thing first came out, like when that Molten Core, the one blacksmithing could build, cost like 150,000 gold, like on the auction house. Now I think you can buy it for like 20, which is incredible that it dropped that much when the jeweled panthers from Mists of Pandaria, right, are still essentially worth 40,000 a piece, 24 to 40,000 a piece. All these expansions later, like they never dropped in price. They're still expensive. So yeah, I think that's fact. That's just interesting to me. Speaking of interesting, on a side note, right? Speaking of the rising and falling of auction house prices, Bitcoin, right? I just today because you know we're filing taxes and they ask you now if you ever have cryptocurrency type thing, right? And it got me thinking. I'm like, how much is Bitcoin worth, right? So the current value of a singular one Bitcoin, like a whole Bitcoin, right, is $40,000. When Bitcoin launched, or I assume not really launched, but in July of 2010, it was worth 8 cents one full coin. If you had spent 20 bucks on the Bitcoin, right? Like say you had 20 bucks and you're like, I'm just going to spend 20 bucks worth of Bitcoin at 8 cents a share. That 20 bucks would now be worth over $10 million. That blows my mind. That's something a digital currency went up that much. Like you could have bought for 20 bucks in 2010 and be a multi-millionaire now. That's insane and blows my mind. But that's the end of my real life tangent. But yeah. No, I used to own Hate Spark the Tiny. I had it for a good while, and then I ended up selling. It's mostly because of how tiny it was. It was a lot smaller than I was hoping it would be. And all right, so did we get anything? Nope, we did not get that weapon. Should probably bring this back to classic dungeons. Sulfuric. We've killed Antasul, Theka the Martyr. So Witch Doctor Zumra. It's a better necklace than what we have, so that's not bad. The two of them, better boots. Ripsaw and the leggings. And Gazrilla. So we can still get some pretty good stuff, actually. We can use something for just about everybody. No, don't run over this thing here, you numbskull. Okay. I guess he didn't actually trip it. Interesting. Is that chest still here? Yep. This is basically a battle of who gets to open the chest first. Now, normally, if I was in a group of people I knew, obviously you'd rotate, right? When me and my brother have played together, we'll rotate who gets. Like, if we come across a chest, it's like, oh, you get this chest. We'll probably roll or rock, paper, scissors, whatever for the first one, or somebody will just willingly give it. And then for every consecutive one, it just swaps off. So, and that's usually the first time in an adventure. It's just like, okay. And then after that point, you're just trying to remember who got the last one. And if not, you just roll for it. But with a group like this, I don't care. Like, everybody's going to try it. Like, we're all standing here. We all know what we're doing. Like, everybody's racing for this thing. And I won. Oh man, he got the neck piece. Well, I got the chest. Oh, they both got neck pieces. Basically, the two people I was standing next to. So they got necklaces. I got the chest. I got gypped. Yeah, well. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on the way the looting setup is now? Like the personal loot over like rolling for. Now, okay. Right, so when I started replaying WoW, it was a concept of everything was rolled on, right? And anybody could roll for anything. It didn't matter your spec or your major classes. And then they changed it to where it was like a hunter could not roll on an intellect base piece. Wouldn't let him. Which really helped because I was getting, like, people would snipe something other people needed. And so that became frustrating, but then they got that. It was still kind of frustrating. It's not so much that I don't mind. I don't mind the personal loot. I just wish, like, the green uncommon loot was still rollable for it, because it's like sometimes people pick up a nice thing and it's like, oh hey, I can use it. Especially considering how what's the word? Not necessary, but like useful those pieces are now that not everybody's wearing heirlooms. Now I'm pretty sure this guy's wearing heirlooms. He's wearing a helmet heirloom. Guess he just wanted the helmet piece. Okay, that's fine. What do we got? Our Volpera mage is wearing full heirlooms, including Hellscream's War Staff. I wish I'd played. I had to move to California and do some stuff, so I was never able to run Siege of Orgrimmar to get those. Get a chance at the heirlooms. They came out after I left. I was like, anyway, pretty sure they're in heirlooms because they're wearing their full class tier set. Yep, and I'm pretty sure they're in full class heirlooms. Yeah, well, except for the ring. Is this any better than what I've got equipped? More damage plus stamina. So you're gaining 7, 9, and losing 10, but gaining 0.2. You're gaining 4, losing 6. Ugh. It's not worth it, though, sadly. Alright, so these are those guys I was talking to, right? Or talking about. Yeah, so we gotta kill the things on the steps and. those AoEs. Oh boy. Yeah, this is one of those parts where it can go real far south. I don't know if I would have pulled this many people, but hey, if the tank and healer can handle it, then put more power to them. Wish I had some better. Actually, we're gonna switch this out because I really want my lightning. When do we get that? When can we get some crash lightning here, people? Oh, 38. Oh gosh. Well, that sucks. Crash lightning is nice, but it is what it is. So I'll take what I can get. Cool. They'll go back down. We have to kill these 3. So I got your picture. I'm ready for you, dear Maria. Do 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 do. Oh, okay, running away. Well, that's rude. Okay, now let's talk to the cop. Okay. Oh gosh, thank goodness I did that. See, that's what I was saying. I just got that transferred over when that guy was talking to him. Like, that was almost... Alright, now he's going to run this way. Means he's probably going to pick up that blood drinker and probably die. But that's okay. I'm probably going to make another shaman and level him when I'm not streaming. So that way I have a character I can play while I'm not streaming, because I'm really enjoying the shaman a lot. Forgot how much fun it was. Yeah, widget over there. Alright, Bly. Ah, that's satisfying. Just smash him in the face. Oh, hey, this was the instructions to make the Mallet of Zul'Farrak. That's how you got in here in the first place. Or, no, that's how you summoned Gazria back then. Alright, looks like we're going to the side. Sweet. Smart tank. Zalakha. Really? Oh, there's an elder here. Okay. I was like, I saw the quest and I'm like, what the heck? Alright, so that makes more sense now. I'm tracking. So yeah. It's not a terribly hard dungeon as long as you know what you're going. Now this next part, right? Summoning this lady, to, for lack of a better word. Oh, Hydromancer's coming. What do I got? Yo, she's coming. Let's not pick her up. We're not ready for it. I don't think we're going to survive if we pick her up. Oh, too late. Oh, we picked her up. Hey, come close. I need to stop singing because I don't want to get like whatever that's called. I just like singing sometimes. I suck at it, but I like doing it. Oh no, nope. Okay, can't have any stragglers running away to like give us away. I say give us away, and like it's like the trolls aren't noticing the lightning and fire and thunder and just everything that's happening over here, like the fireworks display of annihilation, and it's like, what? Okay. This part, quick and clean. Okay. That could have been worse. Now comes the next part of summoning Gauze. Oh, shoot. Bye. Weekly? Okay, there's no way that dude's gonna make it past that part. He's gotta fight so many trolls. So far, so good. And you're saying, well, it looks kind of easy. Well, it is, but sometimes if you pull that boss and you have the other boss and you're fighting ads and this happens, where it shoots you up in the air, then it becomes a problem. Real quickly. So that's never fun. It's like, please don't hurt me. But yeah, like I was mentioning way back towards the start of the stream, I was saying I was thinking about what I wanted to do YouTube videos on, and I thought about doing full plays of Dead Island. Maybe I might buy Outlast 2, try it. We might do Resident Evil 7. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me some outside opinion. Buddy of mine was like Outlast 2, and I'm like, I don't have the money for Outlast 2 right now, but I might do Dead Island. So I guess the question is, would you rather see Dead Island 2? Would you rather see Among Us? Not Dead Island. Would you rather see Dead Island, Dead Island 2, Among Us even? Or would you rather see Resident Evil 7? Ultimately, it's I'm down for whatever people want to try. Reclassify my weapons here. Spag. Okay, we'll take out these guys. Next part's just easy peasy lemon squeezy. So we haven't gotten anything from any of the bosses. So at this point it comes down to we have a chance of getting Ripsaw. And we have a chance at getting the chain leggings. So I guess it just ultimately depends. I wonder, would we get the Frost Wolf? Just a... Oop, nope. Mognithal Bask of Battle. That's pretty cool, actually. No, Could've... What an axe. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by looking at all these different weapon models. I'm always distracted by shiny weapon models. I'm like, oh, shiny. Load around medical guide. Interesting. No. The chest piece. Duratan's battle harness. Okay. Well, I guess it makes sense, because he was a warrior, not a shaman, so that it makes sense, I guess. I guess. Anyway. I think my orc... The other orc shaman I'm going to do is going to be... is going to go through Outland, so... I think it's automatically where he's gonna end up going, because I like the Outland dungeons as well. It's fun for an orc. Outland is fun if you're an orc or a blood elf or a Draenei. If you're not one of those three things, it's just if you're not one of those three things, warlock, even a Moghar orc. Like, I mean, okay, when I say orc or Draenei, you can include the allied races. So unless you're an orc, Draenei, blood elf, warlock, yeah, unless you're one of those four things, it's not exactly the most invigorating thing in the world. Because they're just, I mean, it's not a bad expansion. I like Burn Crusade, but it really hypes on the harp. You know, it's good for those, so, yeah. Oh, we got nothing. Cool. Sweet. Well, wonderful. Wow. Amazing. Top of the morning. Press X for doubt. Okay, so we're gonna sell all this. And you're saying, oh, don't forget to go back. I haven't forgotten. I have not forgotten, my people. Teleport to dungeon. Alright, turn in that. Leggings. Cool. Not bad. We came out pretty good. We're now 25 and a half. And we can take Zulfaric off of our list. So let's Zulfaric off. Oh, whoops. He can't take us where we need to go for mounts, apparently. Cool. Yeah, let me ride this Worgen. Let me ride this Warg. While I go over here and cool. We're gonna go with that. So we're gonna take Storm Flurry. We have that taken care of. Cool. 27 is Stormbringer, 28. So there's nothing. So level 26 brings us nothing. So we're just going to have to kind of wait. As we essentially ride to Desolation Hold. So many parts are we? We're 4 of 7. So we're 4/7 of the way through. So we'll hit Desolation Point, or Desolation Hold rather. Firestone Hold, or Firestone Point is like here, and Spearhead is here. So it'll be like boom, boom, boom. Not bad at all. Sorry if that was a little too much. Alright, we'll pop that. Start queuing for another dungeon. We'll just basically cut our list down in half. But yeah, I really enjoy the last half hour. We might cut off. We might stop Akana and do. Maybe. I don't know. Who wants to know? He will arrive shortly. I'm sure. Be sure to tell the refugees that those that lived. Tell him yourself. He's almost here, you coward. You are a coward. You are a coward. The caliber. I'm on top of the northernmost tower. I know it's over there, but I'm gonna pick up this quest while I can anyway over here.
Peace, friend.
Insert foot up.
What are you looking for?
Delete this. Yeah. Weapon vendor.
Blood and thunder.
Well, you know, that's the other thing I kind of miss is the fact that weapon vendors used to be useful back in Vanilla Classic. You look at those weapons now and you're like, seem useless. And you would be correct, they are now. But that's because uncommon weapons and rare weapons are plenty to come by, and you regularly get them upgraded, so it's like never becomes an issue. Cool. Alright, guard duel, you wanna spar? Come on, fight me. Yeah, you got no authority. Your authority ain't jack squat. Oh, cool. I can actually turn my head.
What do you need?
No, sometimes. Yep, there's the guard. Oh, interesting. This leveled out. It used to be that guard would get involved and one-shot guard duel. It's been a while since I haven't done this since the level change. You don't yield. You yield. What part of victory or death don't you understand? It's called Loktar Ogar for a reason. You're about to find the meaning of Ogar at the bottom. That's what I say to that filth. I agree with the orcs. Sometimes. Let's not be too unreasonable here, but for the most part, it's like... Okay, let me just say that. I agree with the orcs in the concept of understanding how they think. Did I shrink? I shrunk. Interesting. That clarity tincture makes you shrink. Fascinating.
Speak, friend.
Oh.
For the
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, somewhere in here is the one who looks kind of sus. Who's looking kind of sus here? Nope, nope, you're fine. You're fine. You're good. I will find the sus person and beat their skull in. Give him to me. Nope, you're clean. You're clean. One of you is filthy. Who's got the filth written on him? Filth! Ah! Filth! Bok choy. Zub zub. Okie dokie.
seal.
Kind of pathetic last words to say, but thanks to the plans. Really should have destroyed those when you got them, but hey. And in defense, if I remember correctly also, Hawthorne, in his defense, didn't... I felt like he was fed false information about what Tarho was and didn't realize. Or he knew what Tarho was and then ordered that the civilians be allowed to escape. There's something along those lines. Like, basically, Hawthorne knew that there was a... Hawthorne knew there was a mix-up and just was like, my bad, yo. My B. Nope, missed that jump. I was not about to jump a canyon. That's for dang sure. Oh, the upper city. Thankfully, not a hard one. Not the lower city, which would take hours and would literally be, I feel like, its own entire street. Ooh, elixir of ancient growth. We'll hold on to that. Oh, whoops. I need to... Dang it. Alright. What do we got? Okay. We've got our Orc Death Knight, Pandaren Monk, Orc Hunter, Nightborn Warlock. Detest such foul magics, but one cannot be too choosy. A little bit farther we would have been. Holy crap. Wow. We definitely have a strong group. That's for sure. Enhancement. Okay, now. We're going to fight Flame Lash, which is a cloak, which we can use. Gloves, which we can use. The 7, which is a scythe we can use. And a chestplate we can use. Magnus, which is legs that we can use. Yeah. And Dagrin, Iron Foe, which I've only had drop for me one time. A jeweled necklace, which makes no difference. Cape, which is useful. Belt, seals. Oh, and a Hand of Justice. Trinket. That'd be nice. So, yeah, literally the only thing we cannot use is the Imperial Jewel. Now, if we level up, the jewel might become better. Oh... Wow, he died. How did that happen? What just happened? What on earth just occurred? 1 minute we were alive, and the next minute we were very much not. Good thing I didn't waste my stone there. That would have been a waste of time. What the heck happened? I don't know if he was trying to be fancy with his footwork or what. This dude's taking too much damage. Holy crap. Somewhere we have a mix. Something's not right here. Hold on. No, get out of his achievements. I don't want to know about his achievements. I want to know what he is. Okay. Sure. He's the right. Oh, shoot. What about this guy? Mistweaver? I am extremely confused. I'm so confused. Why is this guy getting his face torn into? I don't remember this being this hard, even with the like everything reduction. This makes no sense. He should not be almost dying. Come on, bro. I don't even have the mana necessary to really keep him alive because I'm not a healer. Oh, can you come back here? I can't even target him. Right at this point, just straight up just burn. This does not inspire me for the rest of this dungeon. It looked like we were going to do good. And then somehow it went south. Fast. What even happened? Like, I don't understand. I really don't. That didn't make any sense. Like, that should not have been such a life or death situation. That absolutely should not have. I just don't, I don't get it. Like, he's getting his face beaten into. Like, I know the Blood Death Knight does not suck that bad at level 47. Like, there's no way he should be having that many issues. Am I wrong? Like, I don't know. I don't play, my friend plays it. Like, he mains a Blood Death Knight, but like I don't remember him, like, he was talking about how he gets owned by like 4 fire mages at once, but short of that he's like perfectly fine. So I don't understand why this guy's getting his face just creamed. Like, what am I missing? Is that legitimately with that crown? No, I was about to say, I'm like, that crown does not look like that. Thermal plug left arm. Okay. Except for the fact that he has this ring, but it's, you know, it's not a big deal. Who am I to judge? Maybe he's not wearing full plate, maybe? I cannot figure out what is toasting his buns. Sorry, my mouth's hanging up. 39, holy crap. You got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense. Oh, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense. Side note, if you want your learn how to smelt dark iron ore, you gotta bring this guy like 2 rubies. Oh gosh. You gotta bring this guy 2 rubies, 2 star rubies, 10 gold bars, and 20 thorium bars. And he'll teach you how to make, you trade those to him and he'll teach you how to make dark iron ore. Which dark iron ore, or smelt dark iron, which is needed to make several recipes, including but not included but not limited to the Sulfuron hammer, which when combined with the Eye of Ragnaros turns it into the Sulfuros. So Sulfuron, though, the base hammer without being legendary, is bind on equip. So if you have a buddy who can make it for you, he can make it for you. You can run Molten Core, get the eye, and then boom, you've got your legendary. The hammer is not that hard to make, and it's not expensive to buy on the auction house either. So for retail, anyway. So I recommend getting it if you don't have it. How many do we have left? We've got Gloom Rel, Hate Rel, Vile Rel, and then finally is Doom Rel, but we'll worry about him later. I want to say Gloom, it's either Gloom or Hate is next. Play Shibets. Oh, it's Gloom. Hey. So I think it goes Gloom, then Vile, then Hate. We'll see if I broke even there on my guesstimates. So we've got until midnight tonight to turn in that book. Yep, Vile, then Hate, and then Doom. It's almost like I've done this dungeon before. I remember when I was playing back in Cataclysm, I bought a Dark Moon deck because the deck had those decks started quest lines, and the quest lines rewarded some good items, pretty good items. So I'm buying those while I was leveling. And Cataclysm / Mists of Pandaria Shadow Priest was fun, where you had you built up orbs and you spent them, and there was a glyph that I wish they would bring back. Oh my gosh, it was called Glyph of the Dark Archangel, and essentially there were certain spells that would cause you to grow black, like these dark wings. Like, it was basically the antithesis of the Glyph of the Archangel, where you grow wings on certain things. And I don't understand why they don't bring that back, because, come on. It's the dark... Like, you're the antithesis of the Archangel. You're telling me... Oh boy, this will be fun. This is going to be real fun if our tank doesn't know where they're going. He's got the Fire Lord title, so... just burn through, I guess. Where is he? There he is. Got it. Okay, there's one torch. One down. Oops. That took me in the opposite direction of where I wanted to go. I've got the torch. Just buy me time. Oh, you've got one too? Sweet, the doors are opened. Oh no. Keep an eye on them. This is why I like being a shaman, because that backup healing is just top. It just comes in clutch, honestly. I'm so glad they kept that. This person, I applaud them. They kept to the RP standard of Nightborn. Nightborn have French names. Like Valtois and Delisra and all those things. Very French. They don't sound French, but their names are. Margot. Things like that. Alessandra. Like very French type names. Old French. Alright, so this is going to take us to 26. There we go. Well, that would have been nice to have, that stupid axe. Ew, Bunny Flap gets it. Wonderful. Okay, that one's done. This captain's going down. trying to think of what level. I think Kromog. Yeah, Kromog is level 29. My Moghar Orc Shaman. And I'm trying to think. What does he have? So he just got Maelstrom Weapon. He's got Stormbringer. So he's got Healing Stream. So nothing different. Okay, people. Why are we going up here? There's no reason to go up here. This is unnecessary. Listen, Emperor. You're about to be Emperor for another 10 minutes, and that's about it. I wouldn't even say that. I'd say another 5 minutes, and that's about it. I don't know why we came up here in the first place, but whatever. Oh, gosh. I've never been up here to kill these people, ever. I don't know why we're up here. Maybe you guys know something I don't? I have no idea why he's killing these people. I can't believe Moira married this dude. Like, actually legitimately fell in love with him. This dude is got a personality of a slug. No, please don't go over there. Please. Oh. People, if you pull the Emperor, you will not pull all of these people. I promise you. You just have to deal with that group over there. Maybe that group over there. But that's it. Okay, Snowfang is the child of Snow Song. I don't get it. Shadowforge, Twilight Hammers, Ambassador. You got me. Although technically this is just the Dark Irons, which means this is also I miss. Okay, right. This is one thing I wish they would bring back for the Cataclysm for the regular raids. Right, is this Upper Blackrock Spire. I get they had to change it to make it cool, or to move it to Warlords because they wanted to reuse it, but man, I really miss the classic version of Upper Blackrock Spire. It was fun. Man, it was fun. I hate that we only have lower now, but whatever. Okay, skull this one. This one first, the other second. Get rid of the healer first, shall we? There you go. Rocket science. Cool. I guess he used touch of, Monk might have used touch of death there, I don't know. So now we just gotta beat this guy to death. With your whole throne room empty. What then will you do? What then will you do? Oh, steps. Alright, people, let's keep our fingers crossed that we get something. If we're really lucky, we'll get that. I don't know. I've also thought about running classic you know, I might split up, and this is something I've thought about. I might split up the streaming days. Like some days I might stream this retail, and I might do a day where I stream just vanilla, and you guys can watch me absolutely flop like a fish through vanilla, because I suck at it. I'm not the great. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how close to death he was, bro. Spinning all of my mana keeping this dude alive. Can you stop running? We can't heal you if you're running like that. You're not gonna outrun him. Bro, good grief. I think at this point we're fine. Stop running. Like, you are not going to outrun this dude in any sort of circumstance. Like, at this point, just die or kill him. Ooh, come on, let's get lucky. Alright, the gods bless us. You know what? You know what? This is what I think of this. I sit upon your throne. My throne now. Kneel before me, subjects. Did you see all my subjects? Alright, so that's upper. Oh, I died, so that turned off. Okay. The Wicked Grotto. Oh no, we did that. So now, Black Rock Upper Depths is completed. Tell you what, let's take a break from dungeons. Let's finish up these quests here. Okay, now we get to chop up bodies. Oh, the undead in their bodies. You undead in your bodies. Always cutting them apart. That's right, I'm using your buddies and chopping them into liver pieces. I think that's the flag. I don't know how we control this thing if the flag is in Alliance colors, but whatever. I don't make the rules. Come here. Aha! I do think it's kind of cool that you can play Wild Hammer dwarves now. Like every type of dwarf is now available. Like you can play Bronzebeard, Wild Hammer, and Dark Iron now, which I think is awesome. I think that's really cool. Oh, okay. Battlescar Banner. Yeah, you... Oh, shoot. I forgot to chop your buddy up into pieces, bro. Or sis. Get some body parts. You're small, so you've got less. Apparently. Don't know how that works. But hey. Guess females have less body parts? Maybe? Who am I to question? Maybe because she's a dwarf. No, he only gave one body part. Apparently he only had one good extremity. Right. Battle Scar flag has been scouted. I don't know what else you want there. Let's capture this one. Come back here. I wish trolls looked a little bit better. Like, I wish they had beards. I wish undead had beards. I think I've said that before on one of my laggy streams, is that I wish trolls had beards and undead should have beards. Okay, first, trolls should have beards, because explain this, why does Vol'jin have a beard, but no other troll can have a beard? Second off, undead, right? Undead can have hair, right? Nathanos, even though yes, he was put it, you know, the whole corpse transference thing, right? Whatever. I'm still saying he can have a beard. Why can the Forsaken not have beards? They can have hair, they can have beards. It's not like the beard magically falls out. If this doesn't fall out, this ain't falling out. I'm just saying. More people keep this than this. I don't understand that logic, and I wish they would bring it back. Come on, give me 3 pieces. You gave me 1. Can you give me 3 pieces? Or at least, like, invalid target. This dude is ripe for the picking. We could absolutely just tear his arms off. What you mean? What, has he got no arms and legs? What is he, the Black Knight? He's got arms and legs and everything. 'Tis not just a flesh wound. Ah, but you, my friend, you've got pieces, which means we only need 1 more piece. You look like you'll be good for sacrifice. The rest of you can rest in peace. They're resting in pieces. You know, when I was a kid... Okay, let me rephrase this so it doesn't sound as weird. It's gonna sound weird regardless. When I was 10, between 10 and... I'm hoping 10 and 13. Might have been 8 and 13. I don't know. But I thought when I died, I was like, I want to be buried in a mausoleum. If you don't know what a mausoleum is, right? A mausoleum is a concrete building that the body is housed in. It doesn't have to be like a huge tomb or a crypt or anything. It can literally just be a concrete box above ground that the body is put into. Technically, Balin's grave in Moria is a mausoleum. Like that kind of design where it's up above ground type thing. Above ground. I wanted those. I wanted to be buried in that. And then I realized how expensive they were. And I was like, just... You know, when my grandparents died, when we were going through, like, paying for the funeral and stuff, to bury my grandmother was about 10 grand. My grandfather cremated and buried. They're not burying a box, you know, having to buy a box, bury him in a box, like none of that. It was still $5,000. At this point, I was like, look, take me, put me in a pit, build a pit, set me on fire, take what's left, stick it in a jar and bury it in the backyard. Like, that's ridiculous. $10,000? I'm just like, good grief, it's expensive to die. It's expensive to live, it's expensive to die. And that's such is the world that we live in, sadly. Alright, come back here. Assassinate him. But yeah, I thought mausoleums were cool when I was a kid. I was like, yeah, look at that. They're cool. I still think mausoleums are kind of cool. I think crypts are kind of cool too. If I was a Bruce Wayne billionaire, I'd build a crypt of my family members. Like if I had a dynasty, like a dynasty, a legacy, you know, like an empire, not like a ruling empire, just like a wealth empire. But absolutely have a family crypt built. In fact, I'd probably have a bunker built. I'd buy a bunker, get that put in, and then have a specific area designated as the crypt area of the bunker, right? Like a lower level, right? That'd be me. That'd be me if I had the money. I wasn't a broke person who will never ever have that kind of money. But it's nice to dream. We're just gonna knock you unconscious for a second. Okay, that one's back there, so now let's go kill the general. Oh boy. Once we turn in the pieces, I think the next part is to get eyes from one of the lieutenants, that guy on horseback. The heart of one of the thunder lizards. I think that's it. I think it's those three things. If I remember correctly, I might not remember correctly. Who knows? I don't understand. Why is the Horde so... Like, I like the Horde, don't get me wrong. I just never understand why it's so more popular. Like, I feel there's so few streamers who do the Alliance. That's just me. Yeah, and if you play the Alliance version, I'm thinking back to the Alliance version of this. If you play through the Alliance version, you learn that this was actually the worst thing that could have possibly happened. Was killing Hawthorne. Because the Alliance guy who took over was like absolute trash. Yeah, and they did actually hang him from the trees. This is the worst thing that could have happened. Because the guy who replaced him was like... Hawthorne was trying to keep the Alliance in check. He was like, this is ridiculous. Like, the looters, he took care of them. He was trying to make up for his mistake, but the Horde... Yeah. The problem is there was no communication, and what happens when nobody communicates? People get bad ideas, and when people get bad ideas, they get killed. So... If you only play one faction in this game, you are missing so many key points. You're missing so many things because you're not able to see what's happening behind the scenes. And if you want it like that, hey, that's fine, but I hate people who only play one faction. And they're like, oh, our faction's never done anything wrong because they don't see how the other side has been affected by their actions. Right? Like War of Thorns, right? If you didn't play that from both sides, or the Siege of Lordaeron from both sides, you missed out. You really missed out on seeing the struggle. What am I in combat with? I was about to say, I'm like, what the heck? But yeah, if I was to show you, if you have never played Classic or Vanilla, and I was to show you, you would see how much slower it is. How much agonizingly slower it is. How much more mana you're drinking, how much more everything you're doing.
What do you need? May your blades never grow hard.
Okay, that's gonna take us to...
Be safe.
Now, friendly with the Blood Elves, finally. Good, 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 good. I have to go up here. We're gonna untrack that because I want to... We need to take a pause. Not a pause in the stream, but we need to take a pause. And let me turn in this quest down here. We need to go to the Dark Moon Fair and turn in those two quests. Because that's free experience. It's free real estate. Okay, so it's the bull next. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're done with those quests, and now all we're doing is hearts is hearts. We did, I think, parts is hearts, and eyes is eyes, or something like that.
What do you need?
Okay. Let's... Okay. All of these are so long. We'll head in that direction, but... Oh. We just need to go to Thunderbluff. Thunderbluff can go down the thing. Oh. Hey, friend. How are you? How is your day going? Oh, that's... If you wonder why my face crinkles when I'm drinking this, it's because this is Warhead flavored. And it's sour. It's got the kick of all the caffeine, but there's that sour punch in the back, so it's just like, oh yeah, it's all coming together now. Especially when you get to the bottom of this thing, it starts getting real sour. Oh gosh, I do highly recommend combining this. Like as soon as you open it, get some like lemon juice in like one of those lemon bottles. Just like a large squirt in there. Kind of get it in there, or do it the day before you're gonna drink it, and the next day it'll have kind of mixed in a little bit. Lemon in this, it's good, very good. So yeah. I was like, I heard sirens, like a ambulance. It's not like an ambulance. I don't think that's a fire. I don't remember. That's not a fire truck. That's an ambulance. And I saw what looked like lights blank off at this, but there's like a gap there in the blinds, and so I thought this was the sirens, and I was like, I got really confused for a second. I thought it was here, and I'm like, didn't sound that loud. It wasn't. It was just the light bouncing off of these. So yeah, let's try and get here. Hopefully we can get to the island, the fair, so when this pops, we're close enough to the vendor, so if it's like we're not gonna make it through the dungeon in time, I can pop out of the dungeon, turn in this quest. Now it says it's supposed to end at 23:59, which is 40 minutes from now. But I'm 2 hours ahead of the realm time, and that might be based off realm time, which means I technically have more time to do it. But I'm of the opinion of not risking it and just being like, let's just not push our luck, shall we? Okay, over here is the Lunar Festival Herald. The Bluff Watcher. I do like the Tauren. I think the Tauren are... That's why I made a Tauren Shaman back in the day. I think Tauren are... They don't really look that great in a lot of armor sets, but I do like the Tauren as a personality. They're a whole mood, especially when you consider they're based off Native American culture. A lot of races are based off of a lot of culture. Not exact, right? But enough that you can kind of like trolls in the Caribbean area, dwarves and Scottish people, Worgen, the British, Tauren and Native Americans, or indigenous people. I think I don't know how to. I don't know which term is more accurate and less offensive, but you know what I mean. Trying to think Works. I'm not sure. Draenei are based off of Eastern, just accent-wise, Eastern European. Undead, troll, blood elves, goblins. Goblins are basically that New Yorker, like the Bronx, Brooklyn, area of New York type personality. What else? Is this guy gonna spawn? It's loading. Up. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Well, we'll be level 27. Ooh, dead mines. That is a short one. Now, if this guy would spawn, that would be great. It's not that he needs to spawn, it's just he needs to load in. I can wait another, minute. There he is. Okay.
What are you looking for?
Oh. You are not.
Go with honor, friend.
I forgot there's sometimes different ones, so we gotta... They need to get through this dungeon, and we gotta get back out in time. Because I don't want to lose that other 4,000 experience. 10... I wonder how many... I think we had 20 some. So now we should have 30 some cards or tickets. So we're almost getting there to one piece of the set, right? Wow, that took some time to load in, didn't it? 35. We're at 35 tickets. Man, what is... It's not... Oh, the loading time is killing me. Okay, there's those. There's the map. Ah! Okay, get that quest before that he gets dead by the time I actually get all these things accomplished. Okay. Alright, what do we got? Let's start smashing. Oh, Stormbringer. Hey, nice. This man dual wielding Gorehowl over here. It took me forever because I was always like, why would you dual wield? It's it doesn't make sense. There's only one of those things. And then I thought about it. And I'm like, well, we kind of have this technique. If you look at it from an RP perspective, right? The concept of transmogging something is like magic, right? So it's like, oh, you have two of those? It's like, no, one of these is the real one. Or, you could always say, depending on how you want to roll up with that. As an orc, you can be like, yeah, I picked this up when Garros threw it down. And I make my other weapon look like it because I like this symmetricity. I like looking symmetrical, right? So that's a way you could RP that without it being like, did he cast that or did we cast that? I'm not entirely sure on that one. Of the Iron Vanguard, I don't think I have of the Iron Vanguard. I think that might have been, that's probably a pre-launch title. I bet you. This guy has definitely leveled Did he go... I can't tell. Yeah, he went with the... He went War Song. That's why he's wielding Gorehowl. Looks good on him, though. Looks good. Good, I think the transmog set. Should probably tell him that. Smash. Whoops. Smelter britches. Kind of an upgrade. Old friend's hands, kind of an upgrade. Lavishly jeweled ring. That's an upgrade. Cave of the Brotherhood. That's an upgrade. So no weapons though. It's fine. That's the one thing that's unfortunate about dual wielding, is the fact that when you're dual wielding, you have to find 2 weapons. Like you can have a what? Oh, the Brew Maiden. I bet he has the trinket. No. Somebody's got it. He does. The Balanced Druid does. I knew somebody had it. Oh yeah, and in case you don't know, free these little guys, because they will help. No. I'm so sorry. No, stop. I'm so sorry. As I'm saying, hey, free these little guys, I beat its face in. But if you free them, they help take down the bad guys, right? Thankfully, if I'm not... I'll budge it up this time. Whoa, everybody can... What? Everybody can loot that chest? I did not know that. I did not know that. I am... shocked. Like, you may think my shock is ingenuine, but I mean that, like... Everybody can see their own chest? Like, I have no words. That's new. That's gotta be new. Like, I don't remember ever seeing anything like that happen. Usually if somebody got the chest, nobody else gets it. Is that only that one chest? Is that every dungeon now? I need answers. Is that only because this is technically like the first ever dungeon you would ever do if you're Alliance, and not if you're the Horde? Like the second, well, like you'd never do this in Classic, but it's like the first or second dungeon you do in, you know, back not that long ago. Oh, poor monkey, I'm sorry. Raider. I'm pretty sure we can handle more than one. Why is he in feral form if he's supposed to be healing? I like that. I don't like it when... Interesting. I know. Renowned Explorer? What is Renowned Explorer? What is that? Maybe, did I... Is there another? No. I'm confused. What is Renowned Explorer? Also, one of these days I'll get one of these heritage things. One day. I just... Oh, it's so hard to find any of the races that... Dark Iron looks good. Void Elf is hard to get my mind around because I'm like... I just want... Because I'm just... it's not the same. I don't like Light Forged. Dark Iron's good. Cultiran are just not... I don't like the look of them enough. What was the fifth one? Mechanomes? No. Nightborn look great, but they're just too gangly for me, and there's not enough customization. Not enough customization. They are probably the most lacking of all the allied races. They lack the most, I think. I think even Lightforged have more customization options than they do. I don't know why the Nightforged were so shafted. Anyway. Nightborn. High Mountain I like, but they're basically just Tauren, which Tauren don't necessarily group great and all that much stuff. Moghar look good. Zandalari look good. My problem with Zandalari is that in my head I'm like, Zandalari 10 feet tall. Like, that's hard to like think about. That's like... And all I can think about now is the stupid Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil 8 now. She's 9'6" with her heels and hat. And it's like... That's how tall a Zandalari troll is. Just not as thick. But that... It just... it blows my mind. I'm like... Get off my head. Hey! We finally got a piece of armor. Or something from one of these. And we're still losing something. Like, it's not even one of those, like, amazing upgrades. That sucks. That sucks. But we're halfway through, and you're like, halfway? Well, I guess technically we're about to be... This is when it starts gearing up and going to this part. But anyway. No, it's... I don't know. What was I even talking about? I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. Moghar look good. Zandalari are just really tall. They're just still trolls. They look good in some sets and they look good in other sets. So that's... I wish I liked them a little bit better. And Volpera are a no. So that kind of narrows it down to Dark Iron, Zandalari, Moghar. I guess I wish we had to. They would. I get they want us to have something to do every half patch, so you know they come out and they're like, oh, we're gonna do. Let me think of an example. Like they do Worgen and Goblin, or Blood Elf and it was the Dwarves, I think was the, yeah, and then Tauren and what's the other alternative? Wait a minute, hold on. Tauren, Blood Elves, Goblin. Hold on, sorry. It's away from the mic. That's still gotta pick that up, but I gotta pop my knuckles for a second. Tauren, Blood Elves, Goblins, Dwarves, Gnomes, Worgen. Okay. So they released 2 at a time, and I really hate the fact that we still don't know what... We still have to wait on undead, orcs, trolls, human, night elves, and Draenei. And it's like, that really stinks because, like, you don't know which 2 they're going to pick, and you have to wait a long time. Right? Per every half patch, which is basically every 2 patches. So that kind of stinks. But who knows? Maybe at BlizzCon they'll come out and be like 9.0.5 instead of 9.1. I don't know. I'm really interested to see what's announced come... I think it's next weekend, isn't it? I think so. I think... Yeah, I think it's the 16th of February, so it's... Yeah, I think it's coming up. I think it's 16th of February. I don't know. Now I'm questioning. Let's just open up some boxes, shall we? This thing runs all over creation, trying to do its thing. But yeah, because like, what if the orc heritage armor, the regular orc, is like trash compared to the Maghar orc thing, right? Or what if the regular troll doesn't look nearly as good as the Zandalari troll? Or what if, you know, there's a lot of what ifs, and it's like, what I really hate though, right, aside from the races, is as far as heritage armor goes, I love the Void Elves, I love the Dark Iron, Void Elves, Dark Iron, Kaltiran have amazing heritage armors. Nightborn, Maghar, Zandalari have amazing heritage armor. Blightforge, High Mountain, Volpera, and Mechanomes lost out. And the reason I say High Mountain lost out is because High Mountain and the regular Tauren one, I mean, that's a good comparison of what, you know, a regular race and its allied race getting heritage armors. But they basically look the same. And between you and me, I'd rather have the big, giant totem that the regular Tauren have than the two half totems that the High Mountain have. So they basically look the same. So thinking about that makes me realize that they're probably going to, you know, when they do these tier sets. But I don't know. What do y'all think is going to be the next heritage armor? I feel like it's going to be Troll and Draenei. Or Troll, yeah, I would say Troll and Draenei, because we've had versions of undead, orc, human, and night elf armors with the battlefronts, right? Darkshore, Arathi Highlands, like those. So I think the next ones that would make sense are actually Torrent or Troll and Draenei, sadly. But it'll be interesting to see what concepts they come up with or what they look like, because there are some. If you ever go on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, there's one particular guy, and I can't think of his name, who does class heritage armor ideas by or race heritage armors by class. So like each heritage armor for race, it looks a little different per class to fit more of the theme of that class. So that's just my thing. Also, do you guys think with BlizzCon, do you think we're gonna see 9.1, 9.0.5? Do you think we're gonna see the Burning Crusade Classic? Oh wow, 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 wow. So it is this. My mind is blown right now. Wish I could equip that, but actually it's less damage. Anyway, Do you think they're gonna announce the Burning Crusade for like classic Burning Crusade? Do you think they're gonna reveal Classic Fresh? Which, if you're not familiar with Classic Fresh, it's basically they're gonna split the Burning Crusade and Classic, and basically Classic Fresh will be Classic remade back down to Phase 1. Right now it's in Phase 6 and it's basically finished. So they'd redo it back to Phase 1. I'm hoping that they redo it back to Phase 1. And they take longer time. And if you're not tracking what I mean by that... Oh, side note, sorry. Sidebar. This mask right here, the Red Defias mask, back in Vanilla, I used to create a rogue character, a dwarf, a human, a gnome, just to get that mask. Because it used to drop. It actually was a drop chance when I played way back when. From Defias outside, from anywhere. Like in Westfall, Defias agents could drop that. And, oh man, I wanted that mask. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Anyway, sorry, side tangent. But anyway, I hope they do Classic Fresh, but I hope they take longer with the phases. The phases were so short, right? It only came out 2 years, not even 2 years ago. This November will be 2 years. So a year, honestly, not even a year and a half. Like we're talking like short time. A year and at best 4 months. 4 or 5 months. And they've gone through 6 phases in 17, 18 months. That means a phase per 3 months. So, in my opinion, that's extremely rushed. Like, I wish they had taken longer because I didn't get to, I didn't get a chance to really experience Molten Core Phase 1, looting and gearing, and then Phase 2 and, like, all these different things. So, I'm really sad about that. And I absolutely would if they'd restart it fresh, right? I would do Classic. Assuming I had a character at level 60 going through the Shadowlands. Because what I would like to do is get a character to 60, start going through the Shadowlands, finish up their Covenant campaign, right? Catch them kind of up, so that way I can do whatever they need to do, and then, not worry about it as much, so I can still get through the content and then enjoy Classic. That's kind of why I'm not really playing Classic so much, because, I'm doing this. And that's really why it's hard for me to want to keep... Like, I want you guys to experience Akana's journey, but part of me is like, I really want to get her to 60, right? And I only stream... my stream are actually... Just kind of a heads up to you guys. My stream is kind of in flux right now. And if you're wondering what that means, basically... I was streaming Tuesday and Thursday, but I've noticed that I don't get as many views, and after they're posted I don't get as many views, whereas I get a lot more views if I post on a Saturday, a Sunday, a Friday, those kind of weekends. So right now I'm going to try for the next 2 weeks, just as a heads up, and I'm going to put this on Twitter. My stream days are going to change to Saturday nights, Sunday nights, Wednesday nights, or Thursday. I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard because I work late, and so my streams would be, 11, basically midnight Central Standard Time to like 3 a.m., right? So you can see kind of my dilemma there. So, and I really can't stream late on Wednesday nights because I have school early on that day, so it doesn't really work that much. So I'm probably going to have to keep Tuesday, Thursday for now, but I'm going to add Saturdays and maybe Sundays, and I might change it up. I might not do Tuesday, I might do Thursday, the 9:30 to 12:30, and then Saturday and Sunday, the midnight to 3 type thing. right? So today's earlier, and it's a little odd day because again I didn't go to work today. So we'll see. Follow me on Twitter at iGlitch, AYEGLITCH. Just follow me and get some updates as well onto what's kind of going on, like streaming going on, what I'm streaming, those types of things. And you can also reach out to me that way and be like, hey, whatever your questions. And again, all of these are uploaded to YouTube, so that's also the kind of the other thing is like they're uploaded to YouTube, so it's not like that, but there's much less viewage on YouTube. So, but I would highly recommend you go to my YouTube channel. All the videos are there permanently, so you can see older ones, newer ones, instead of like Twitch where they're gone every 2 weeks. So I would highly recommend go to also at iGlitch on YouTube. Follow me there, so you can see my videos, leave comments, subscribe and catch more videos. That's where all my other videos are going to go, not just my streams. So I highly recommend things. We might do, sometimes I might just stream chatting for about 30 minutes or whatever. Just kind of get some thoughts out there. I may not seem like it, but this is doing streaming and doing these things is actually good speech therapy for me because it helps my ability to maintain. It forces me to maintain my train of thought, speaking, not, having its issues twitching and or as I like to call it, glitching type things. Anyway, so that's why I like doing this as well. But I enjoy. I didn't think I would enjoy streaming. I thought I'd like it, but I love streaming. Is if you are, here's my advice: if you're nervous about streaming, just do it. Like, it is not nearly as bad as what you think it would be like. It's, I promise you, it'll be a lot easier than you think. Now, and it's a learning curve. It really is a learning curve. I've been very fortunate for my friend to show me, actually the one who commented earlier, who's helped me with cameras and like ideas and setups and helped me run through some things and told me the software, yada yada yada. So I've been really grateful to him. But in all honesty, it's a learning experience. Like, nobody expects you, right, to go out and just straight up pull off the greatest stream the world has ever seen. Like, that's not. And if you do, that's awesome. But like, I started with on a laptop with the webcam, the laptop webcam, and it was. You can go back and watch it on YouTube. It's on there. My very first stream. It's not great, in my opinion, and I can say that because it isn't. I have to be objective and say that wasn't good compared to the quality of the video now and the content. I think it's much better, right? Because I'm getting into a groove, as it were. So yeah. All right, let's turn this in, shall we? Let us turn this in. That puts us at level 28. With another totem, the healing stream totem, which we're going to put next to the chain heal. Alright. Then we can use this to turn to Desolation Hold. My goal is to get us, before we stop with Akana, and maybe switch to maybe looking at creating a character that I'll use off stream. I want to get her to at least Firewing Point, right? Firestone Point. So all we have to do is complete this quest line, the Hearts is Hearts questline. So yeah. Oh boy. Go away, go away. Shoo. Be gone with ye. Alright. I think there's one specific Kodo you have to get, right? No, I don't think it's one specific Kodo, just a Kodo. It just has to be that one. Listen, you. May your spirit rest with the earth. Except I have to use your heart. But don't worry, nothing of you is going to waste. Oh, I could have taken that one too, I guess. But I didn't see it when I was going down. Yeah. Oh, shoot, go around. Explosives. Oh, we can actually sell some of this other stuff to him. Things that we don't need. Yeah. Pretty sure the next part is just getting the eyeballs from one of the lieutenants. I feel like there's something missing, but I can't think of what. Maybe it's just these 3 parts. Lots of stuff is going. Brains, not eyeballs. Yeah. All right. Ah, dang! It's meant for that. All right, so. Well, it's useful. We'll take the chest guard, I guess. It's not a total loss. Smarts is smarts. Parts is parts. Hearts is hearts, and smarts is smarts. Don't think we pulled that alliance person, so one of the officers should be riding around on a horse, looking all intelligent. Oh, buddy. Oh, dude. All right. Now let's go turn in our hearts. Yeah. Jump. Go this way. Kind of avoid tracking too much combat. We'll go around. Go up this hill. I don't think I damaged his head. Brains. Showing a gore-caked multi-tool for his belt. Wonderful work. Now the secret here is to leave the reptilian nervous system intact while removing the higher cognitive functions. Can't have our new friend developing conscious or remembering he's alliance. Digs and snips at the brain, removing large chunks. And we're finished. How lovely. I feel like this is a reference to Grey's Anatomy. Like, I'm not certain. Oops. I'm not certain that that is, but I'm curious enough to, like, Google it. Hold on. Calder. How do you spell it? Grey? No, because I'm pretty sure Grey's Anatomy is spelled Grey. Oh, he makes his way all the way to Draenor. I forgot about him being there. Huh. That's interesting. Who knew? No relation to, or no reference, at least found. Alright, so now we'll head to Firestone Point. Okay, maybe he created more than one. Oh, I left. I've had enough of that. Time to hydrate. Water. And here's where we get to meet Mancrick in a minute. Well, not in a minute. We'll meet him later.
What do you need?
Concern for Mancrick.
Forth to victory.
Alright. I think... I'm gonna track that one. Basically, we're gonna abandon that one when we get to out of this area because I don't want to pick it up because we've already done that dungeon, and I have absolutely zero interest in going back. Not because it's a terrible dungeon. I just see, with these, there's so many of these that they're kind of hit or miss, but like if I was doing like Burning Crusade, I'd probably just do them. Alright, so let's move you up in the category. So you're one level below Cromog. Okay. Let's kind of look here. Alright, let's have a little look-see. Oh, perfect. Where I set for work. Shaman. Alright, let's skin color. I like this skin color number 2. First things first, let's do scars. Cut. Grime. None for now. None. Nose ring. None. Tusks. Let's do none for right now. Ferocity. Oh, let's fix the face. Fix the hair. There's so much things that need to be fixed. It's like, okay, a mane of hair, new. Oof. That hair. No, that hairstyle looks atrocious. Okay, ponytail. Let's stand up, shall we? Get rid of that. Iron Band tusks. We'll keep the plugs. Okay. Let's see here. Veteran. It's a pretty darn good look, actually. Imagine being punched by it. Like, these are just, like, massive. Right? That are troll. You got your trolls, man. You got the power of the elements running through your veins. Everywhere you look, they're just gonna find you. And I'm just gonna blast you to next week. None. Air gauge. Small. Tattoo Zandala forever. They're just so big. That's the problem. But, I mean, it's not like they're small either. Let's mess around with Chromog, right? Yeah, let's mess around with Chromog and figure out what we can do with him. Maybe we'll keep him. Maybe I'll work on him on the side. But not with that skin. I was trying to go for a Son of Blackhand look. But that doesn't work so much. I still haven't figured out. I wonder, hold on. Why does Blackhand look different than... Why does AU Blackhand different? Yeah, why does Blackhand have... Yeah, they really did. Anyway. Let's see. I guess it's fair, but I don't know. It don't, like, you can't see what I'm looking at, but there's not really a big difference as to why Blackhand looks like he does. That Grom Hellscream. Look. veteran. He is using the already best face kid, but I mean, look at those. Look at the size of him. This dude would be massive on the field of battle, right? Ugh. I mean, basically typing in what Moghar skin looks close. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, I kind of like this idea. I like this look a lot. What if we do... No. We'll keep the long hair. Ooh, I like that look, though. I have a... Okay. Kind of made our decision there. I wish I had the... thing. Okay, so all of this is the same. Let's put capacitor. Let's move you here, move you, switch you around. You're there, you're there, you're there. Healing stream totem, that's there. Get rid of that. Oh, that's right where that should be. Now the question is, should I stay in Draenor? What level can you do? Okay, I'm level 29, right? So what level can I do Gorgron? 15. The problem is, I don't think you can get to Gorgron until you've completed all of Frostfire, which I really don't want to do again. It's not that I mind Frostfire, it's just I'd rather, you know, I'd rather be able to get to Gorgron and get to the point where I'd actually like to get there and get out. I think those are the same ones I have. Anyway. Ride the lightning, of course. What are my professions on this guy? Jewel crafting? At least his cooking's up to date. That's a bonus. No, we're not doing that. I did that before, and you're all about to just like at me right now and just be like, how could you just give up and sacrifice a 300 item level? Because I can, and because I don't want to do jewel crafting. What was that? Did they make crowns in the end? It's no use. Look how silly that looks. I've got a crown. Anywho. Oh, we'll worry about that later. Anywho. Yeah. Arthur's still going pretty good. He's still 34. Akana's level 28. Still wearing that same dumb helmet. The helmet and the belt. How have I not found a new helmet and a new belt? Like, for real. How have I not found those? I think his problem is that helmet makes him look absolutely stupid. Well, let's go back to Draenor, shall we? Only for about another... We'll only do a little bit of this, shall we? Because, like, honestly, right? We could do... I'm about to be level 30, and I could take him to Oldham. How much of classic... I would have started him at level 20. Dungeons and Raids Classics. Oh, he has King of Dire Maul. Well, I'll be darned. Got the Monastery, got the Wailing Caverns. But he never did any of these other ones. Mind if I do. We're gonna... Let's return to the present timeline. Work on the Cataclysm, shall we? Yeah, teach me this. I need that. We're gonna abandon this. I'm just not doing that. Herbalism. Perfect. You train me. Teach me. That's weird. I don't know why that's... Why does he teach... That doesn't make any sense. Anyway. Mining, bandage, tailoring. Yep, that's right. We're getting rid of you. Okay. Riding trainer should be caught up, right? Strike dealer. So let's skew. Can we do these side by side? Did you do Shadowfang? You did not. Did you do Oldemon? No. Did you do Razor Fan Downs? Nope. Lower Blackrock Spire? Nope. Blackrock Depths Upper City? Nope. The Crawl? Where's the Crawl? There's the Crawl. Strathalholm? You did neither of those. For shame. Didn't do the Sunken Temple. Didn't do Zul'Farrak, but you did Wailings, Ragefire, Marden, Halls, Monastery, Sholamons. Let's tell you what. I don't know how long that queue is going to take, but if we're lucky, we're going to abandon these for right now. We're going to move this over here. We're going to sell that. Sell that. We might... What is this? Rick Catstock? What is this? This has to be a reference to something, right? Like, that's too... What is he? He was added in Shadowlands? Like, nobody has a reference to this dude at all? This guy has got to be a reference of some sort. Huh. So, okay, that's why I didn't notice him before. Well, that explains a lot. Okay. Well, yeah, there's no quests.
I must get closer.
Come on, Snowfang. Alright, so the last time we were here, our tank got his face kicked in. So let's see what happens with this one. It's going much better so far. Macro. Where's that macro I made? There it is. Smash your face. The downside to not doing this is I don't think we're going to get enough experience to get to level 30. Which is unfortunate. So, that kind of stinks, but you know. Oh hey, Panzer the Invincible. Which slash him, but yeah. Oh, and he's real close to being exalted. Please tell me I'm still wearing the tabard. Oh, thank gosh. I was like, please tell me I'm wearing that tabard. This is going to be a complete waste. So, 369, 19,300. So, 19,300 at the minimum.
I do not have a target.
Did anybody get anything good? Somebody got plate boots and somebody got cloth boots. Amazing. I got nothing. Nothing. Okay, what can we get? Right, we've been here before. Oh gosh, I should.
I need to target something first. Too far away.
Nope, those would be nice. Magnus. Alright, foe. Let's see what happens. Right.
Require a target.
So yeah, I think it'll be good. On the just back to the subject of BlizzCon, I think it'll be interesting to see. I think it'll be real interesting to see how that plays out. Do they do the classic stuff? Do they bring up Burning Crusade? And you know, on top of that, like they said, Overwatch 2 on a site like a non-WoW related thing. Overwatch 2 will probably is going to be delayed until 2022, or at least won't be ready this year anyway. Not necessarily delayed, just won't be ready. Diablo 4, which my wife and I are extremely looking forward to. She grew up on Diablo. I did not. I came in at 3 recently, like within the last 2 years. I discovered Diablo 3, and she's played since Diablo 1. So that's the opposite. I played this since the beginning. She's played Diablo 3 since the beginning, so we've kind of learned from each other. But I've had a lot of I've had a lot of fun with Diablo 3, and so I'm really looking forward to Diablo 4. Now I still have to beat 3, but yeah, I really want to beat it. So. But yeah, I think, so Diablo 4, Diablo Immortal is one of those, I can't even describe to you my thought process when the Diablo Immortal announcement came out. and everybody was so pumped for Diablo 4, or what everybody thought then was going to be Diablo 4, and they were like, Diablo Immortal, and I have never in my life heard booing at a BlizzCon. Now, I wasn't there in person, but the camera angles of the crowd were something else entirely, and you knew it was bad from that point. Then he says, do you not all have phones? And I'm like, oh no. And then it's like that one guy where he asks, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? And it's like, and he said what everybody was thinking. And I was so blown away when they came out with that in the reaction. I was like, oh no. It hurt. It physically hurt. But it is what it is. So, and you know, I'm not condemning Diablo Immortal to to Davy Jones' locker right off the bat. Like, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'd like to see what it's like on the mobile phone. So who knows? It might be fun. Diablo 4 and Diablo Immortal. We'll see. I'm looking forward to Diablo 4 at least. Overwatch. Heroes of the Storm. The only time I have ever played Heroes of the Storm was when WoW had a event for it, which was win 25 matches or play 25 matches, I think. If you played 25 matches, you got this mount right here, the Primal Flame Saber. It was like an event. So, you know, that's the only reason I played that. I've never played StarCraft, so I can't comment on that. With what was it? How much have I looted now? Oh, 100 gold. With Diablo, not Diablo. What is it? I'm missing a game. It's the Storm. Oh, Hearthstone. I have never played. Okay, that's not true. I've played Hearthstone, but like I only play Hearthstone to play Hearthstone. I mean, or not to play Hearthstone. I only play Hearthstone to unlock. I only want to unlock the Hearthsteed, which I think is still possible if you win 3 matches. I have yet to win 3 matches. I've won 1. I need 2 more. And oh, it's so hard to get the drive to do it. I'm like, ugh. It's like, how desperate am I for a mount? And the answer to that is how close I get to this collections mounts. Where am I at with it? I'm pushing up to 250 and I'm at 235. I need 15 mounts. And it's like, am I that desperate? Not yet. I will keep working on it, but it's just not something I sit down. So, if anything changes, it's like, oh, hey, here's this event. It's like, oh, cool, that looks good, I guess. Yay, Hearthstone. Which you would think, being into WoW, I would be into it. And there's so many people who aren't even into WoW that are into Hearthstone. So it's this weird caveat where it's like, people who aren't into WoW are into Hearthstone, and people who are into Hearthstone aren't necessarily into WoW. And that's not true for everybody, but like, is what it is, as it were. Anyway, so who knows? It'll be interesting. I mean, I always look forward to it. What did I get for the buff? Zeal of the Burning Blade, haste by 21. Nice. So anyway, yeah, not bad overall. But yeah, we'll see how that kind of plays out.
I require a target.
Now, oh hey, we got some leggings. We got some leggings. The sad part is that is the only piece of loot we're gonna get, because if we've got that, that means we're not gonna get anything from what's this bucket, because I feel like you get one piece of loot per run. That's how it really feels. Let's see if she decides to like kill this whole room, because I'm not really like feeling that, doing that. So hopefully we're just gonna make a straight beeline, kill who we need to kill, stay out of those waves, those we don't need to, and not repeat the earlier. I do like this tank. This tank is really efficient. Actually, I'd be willing to run another thing. I mean, we've been going for 3 hours, so it is that time. But I don't know. If they run another one, we'll keep running. If not, we'll wrap some things up with Cromog here, and you know.
I am out of range. I must get closer.
Oops, almost. That would have been bad if I pulled that group. I don't think we want to. We're kind of making a... It's interesting how you zigzag. Alright, are we gonna just... Oh, nope. She's going for it.
Get something first.
That was too close. That was much too close. What do you want to do? Oh, okay, so we're gonna pull... Nope, we pulled him. Somebody pulled him. I didn't pull him, so I hope they don't think I did. I thought we got... that must have just been me. What did I pick up this time? Ferocity of the Forest Wolf? See if this affects.
I do not have a target.
What is he immune to? Oh, whoops. Seem to have looted everybody in the room. Oh, maybe he was immune. Maybe I must have missed some sort of buff he had on. The Maelstrom weapon's kind of fun. I do like the fact that they took out Maelstrom as a resource. I think that was kind of overdone, in my opinion. But, you know. Yep, right there. Avatar of Flame, immune to magic. Caught it this time. You know, up until 2014, this is how I played. I would go, and that drives some people nuts. All right, he's okay. He's lost his magical protection. All right, people, place your bets. Do you think we're gonna get anything good? Do you think we're gonna get anything good? Don't know, honestly, if you ask me. I'm hoping we get Iron Foe, right? That'd be really cool to get. Really effective to get, but we'll see. Nope. Like I said. Anybody wanna... Nope, that tank's gone, so I am out of here. That tank was a solid tank. This is alchemy, yeah.
Strength and honor.
Not what I need. I mean, I'm gonna keep that because that's... Actually, I think this is supposed to go in my bank. That's why I kept that.
Loktar. For the Horde.
Not bad. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to come this way. We're going to do a couple things. So, we've gotten... Right, like all this should be caught up. Fishing. Obviously I need to train fishing. Come over here and grab...
I've been expecting you. Ancestors.
Right, I'm not really, like, worried about those at this juncture. Do you have anything good for me? Nope, your weapons, which is not surprising, so I'm not, like, too, like, what do you mean it's not? Alright, so we've done that, so we have 6, 7, 8, 9, wait, what? 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, yep, we have 9 dungeons. Man, you guys should have needed an Ouroboros, not here, that's for sure. No, that's for sure. But we can sell that. We'll hold on to those. You never know if you'll need them.
Go get him, champ.
Can we sell
I've
these?
seen things that would scare
Nope.
you shellless.
You cannot frighten me, old man. You cannot frighten me.
What do you
Alright, so not what I want. You're who I want.
blood and thunder?
Yeah. Known, already known. Cool, okay. So those completed. That that we're basically gonna do, well, not we, I mean me, this character's gonna be me during my non-streaming time. I just wanted to do that. But what we're gonna do actually here in a second, I think everything else is taken care of. We need to learn archaeology. Oh, somebody got the Dragon Wrath. Nice, congratulations, whoever that is. I don't know who it is, but congratulations. I know how that feels when you finally get that staff. It's like you feel like a king, because it's kind of a long process, especially if you're... It's not a long process, like it's like it... I would argue to say, I mean, all of them kind of feel good, right? But the ones with the quest line, like Shadowmourne, Valinir, Fangs of the Father, Dragon Wrath, the Mists of Pandaria Cloak, the Draenor Ring, the Cloak in Battle for Azeroth, like, those things feel amazing when you get them, because there was this whole quest line, right? Maybe not necessarily Valinir. Valinir I would put with Ragnarok, or Sulfuron, or Sulfuros, and Thunder Fury, and the Warglaives of Azeroth, and Thordal, right? Because those are, you know, you could get them from as a drop chance in a raid, right? But those are still amazing, because like that moment when you get the eye to make the hammer, or the Warglaives, or any of those things, you feel like an absolute unit. Like you are invincible. Cool. We can now go all the way to 700, I believe. Yep. Okay, cool. I don't understand why they haven't fixed archaeology or, you know, those. But I'm not going to complain because I'm actually afraid of them taking away archaeology, especially since there's no archaeology in Shadowlands. I'm really afraid that they're going to be like, well, we just decided nobody likes doing it. And it's going to be like, please don't take it away. I'm actually getting into it. I think it's kind of fun on the side. That's just me. Please don't take my fun away. Oh, we just made that. Oh, hey, welcome to the real world. Now that you're done with the intro experience, did you have fun? Yeah, me too. I thought it was amazing. Okay, bye. You Pandaran, you. Okay, just to have on backup, right? I want to buy this.
Lokar.
There. I need to put that in my bank. Can I throw this in a thing? Alright, look at the moon. Plus 513 health. Wow. That's pretty nice. So let's put this in our bank. We shall log out. We're going to do something real quick. I think a little side note, just so you guys can be a part of that process. Yeah. Go over here to the bank, drop this in. Diddly diddly doo. Diddly 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 doo. Here's a bag for the bag slot. So I only need one more bag and I'm good. Alright. Hi. Let's switch over to... Okay, so level 30 was the equivalent of level 80. That's good to know. Let's do that. Let's switch from... Okay. Let it load. Right. Okay. Nope, that's what we want. So yeah. Now you've seen, okay, so we've been playing enough and you've seen the quality of retail character models, right? And some of you might be even looking at those and going, those don't look that great. If you have not played vanilla and or have not played classic or have not played, rather, let me rephrase that. If you haven't played since before Warlords of Draenor, let me introduce you to the character models of yesteryear. Oh gosh, I have the volume so... Okay. That is kind of loud, so I'm going to have to just kind of mute that. These are the character models of yesteryear. What is... Okay, you guys aren't hearing it. I just realized I heard the music and I thought you guys were hearing it, and it's just me. Yeah, these are the character models of yesteryear. She actually went through Ragefire Chasm and got quite a bit of good loot. So what I want to do is go to Horde. Mail. Believe it or not, I used to rush home to play these characters. I don't know if this name's going to even be available. It was on... Who knows? Nope. There we go. And now as an alternative, she's got that long flowing mane, which is not an option here. Go with this. Kala. Nope. But maybe we can stick an extra A in there. So these two are going to be for later usage. Oops. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for joining my stream. I hope that you learned something new. Maybe you got some more information when I just kind of chat. I hope you enjoyed the journey. Akana's still working through the Southern Barrens, but we are 5/7 of the way, so we've got 2 more quest lines, and we will be done with the Southern Barrens, and hopefully level 30, I think we will be, so we can move on to Uldum. Again, follow me on Twitter at iGlitch, Twitter and YouTube at iGlitch. Subscribe and follow in those places. Follow me here on Twitch, so you know when to go. But Twitter, of course, all my updates go. YouTube, more videos will be uploaded, as well as my live streams. And yeah, just to tell your friends. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Twitter will be updated with my next stream / YouTube video content going up. So I wish you all the best. I hope you have a good day, evening, or night, or morning, depending on where it is your time of day. And as always, my pearl of wisdom to you. What was my pearl of wisdom that I was going to say? Yes, tonight's pearl of wisdom. Permanent success breeds pride. Success breeds pride. Failure breeds humility. Hope you all have a fantastic